Sawadee krap, I'm JP Mestanza, and today is Thursday, December 21st. Just a few more days out till Christmas. You're watching Phuket Extra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. Cleanup efforts got underway in Patong Beach on Wednesday as workers from Patong's Public Health and Environment Division were dispatched to collect from the sand algae that had washed ashore at Patong Beach. A report from MBT Phuket stated that the algae washed ashore from an algae bloom, which can cause a bad smell and affect the image of Patong Beach. The NBT report went on to state, remarkably, that algae blooms return to Patong Beach each year right around the end of January and through to March. However, the algae bloom had returned earlier than usual this year. Workers on Wednesday collected about 3 tons of seaweed this week from the area, according to reports, which went on to state that water from the Pakbang Canal empties into Patong Bay at the southern end of the beach around this time of year, which mixes with the beach water that tourists swim in. With the right amount of sunlight, this can cause abnormal algae growth. Not mentioned in the report was the level of pollution and the volume of untreated wastewater that continues to flow into Patong Bay from the Pakbang Canal, which meanders through the length of Patong before emptying into the bay. The Pollution Control Department's Environment and Pollution Office 15 no longer publicly releases its latest data on coastal water quality for Phuket, of which 4 water quality monitoring stations are in Patong, including in front of the Patong Merlin Hotel, in front of the Patong Beach Hotel, in front of the Biletong Beach Resort, and in front of the Patong Bay Hotel. The agency's most recent reports say only that the water quality is fair or good. The office also no longer publishes its source of pollution report. The most recent source of pollution report posted shows a generalized graph marking data from 2021. During a visit to Phuket in September, Dr. Surasi Kitimonton, the Secretary General of the Office of National Water Resources, revealed that Phuket releases nearly 55,000 cubic meters of untreated wastewater per day. The Patong Municipality Wastewater Treatment Plant currently can only treat up to 39,000 cubic meters of wastewater per day, resulting in about 16,000 cubic meters of untreated wastewater daily. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. E-bikes and e-scooters are now available at key locations on the island, including Patong and Phuket Town, as a South Korean company launches its clean energy personal transport services here on the island. GCOO, one of the leading micro-mobility sharing services in Asia, they partner with state-owned telecom giant NT and Thai company Dipaya Insurance on a project to promote the use of clean energy transportation, starting with tourists in Thailand, specifically here in Phuket. A launch event that was branded Phuket Smart Mobility, held at the Chartered Bank intersection in Phuket Town, took place last Friday, and it saw company representatives explain that 100 bikes will be launched in Phuket Town, another 100 bikes in Patong Beach, along with 30 scooters at Prince of Songkla University Phuket campus and 100 scooters at Phuket Ratchabat University in North Phuket Town. Officials say that the e-bikes and e-scooters use Internet of Things tech, or IoT technology, linked via NT's 5G network to track the bikes and scooters 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, to prevent them from being stolen. They've also used geofencing to limit their service areas. The IoT also links with the micro vehicles to monitor their battery levels, usage patterns, and more. The dangers of using e-bikes and especially e-scooters in Phuket were highlighted last year when officials at Provincial Hall started using them to determine how safe they were. In February of last year, Phuket police banned electric scooters from all public roads in Phuket after police seized 4 electric scooters being ridden by tourists on the streets of Patong. People caught riding electric scooters on public roads also could be charged with operating a vehicle without a valid license, as no license exists for operating electric scooters, as they are not recognized as vehicles by the Department of Land Transport and hence cannot be registered, according to former Phuket Provincial Police Commander Major General Sompon Sirikon. Phuket Police have yet to publicly declare their current stance on the order issued by Major General Sompon last year. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
Sure that it'll be easier to clear you from my mind. I wish you fall out from the window, take a bad trip to the ground. Ooh. Ain't been the pleasure, see your pressure just before you break a bone. Oh.
Police and officials are now looking into whether all 30 of the Chinese men whom they arrested on Tuesday for working illegally in Tambon Tepkasatri are victims of human trafficking. 12 of the Chinese laborers, all men 24 to 59 years old, were arrested at the Ban Paklok cheap housing construction worksite in Mu 8 of Tambon Tepkasatri. The remaining 18 who fled the scene after the first group were arrested, they were eventually detained along Wangchalerm Village Road in Mu 5 of Tepkasatri Tambon. All 30 men detained were found to have legally entered the country, but were not permitted to work, and all 30 have been charged in connection with this. During the course of the investigation, police also arrested the employer, but did not identify the man, and he was taken in for questioning. The investigation into human trafficking continued at Talang Police Station on Wednesday morning, with relevant agencies now joining police in the probe, including the Ministry of Social Development and Human Security. Talang Police are now being joined by tourist police and immigration officers to question the 30 men how they came to be working illegally at a construction site in Phuket. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. After his arrest in connection with the killing of 2 people, including a teenage vocational school student and a school teacher in Bangkok last month, the 20-year-old student who allegedly pulled the trigger there admitted to police that the shooting was part of a sophomore year induction adopted by his gang at a school. 20-year-old Anawin Keokep was arrested in Chiang Mai on Tuesday, along with his alleged accomplice, a 23-year-old named Krit Lam Lut. Police say that Anawin rode pillion on a motorcycle on November 11 when he dismounted and shot a 19-year-old first-year student of Rajamangala University of Technology Tawan Ok Uten Tawai campus. A stray bullet also killed a 45-year-old female teacher at the Sacred Heart Convent School. Both of the shooting victims later succumbed to their injuries. Anawin was arrested just a day after 12 other people connected to the shooting were arrested during raids at multiple locations in Bangkok, Nonthaburi, and Samut Prakan provinces earlier in the week. National Police Chief Police General Torsak Sukvimol on Wednesday told the media that it's a tradition for hardline students who are members of a gang to engage in shooting students from the rival school in order to enter into sophomore year. The police chief said that the shooting was premeditated. He relayed that Anawin told police that he stole a motorcycle registration plate and looked for a target after that, and he found them in a group of students from a rival school on November 11. The Bangkok Post reports that Anawin also warned vocational students against obeying a senseless tradition. After the shooting, none of the senior students who coaxed him into committing the crime showed up or offered to help. Anawin is now facing several years in prison if convicted on the charges against him. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. We want to thank you so much for joining us today here on Phuket Xtra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. We'll see you again on Friday. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000, and luxury properties can go all the way up to $20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.